Hello, welcome. My name is Obinda. Come subscribe to this channel, share the channel with your friends and family. Today I want to share with you, Africa is the best place to become successful as an entrepreneur. Africa is the best place to become successful as an entrepreneur. And an entrepreneur who's an African, this is the best place. Because we grew up with very little financial information, most of us, because of our training, and very little information as to on how to pick an idea and develop the idea to become a business. And with all the other things that are said, and how Africa has been promoted and how Africans have been conditioned to look mainly at the negatives. And just like most people in this world actually, but ours is over heightened because constantly we are bombarded with all the negatives. Most of us Africans hardly see the opportunities here, especially those of us who have been to school, who have gone through this kind of education, and if we are also, where you've been constantly bombarded that the world is coming to an end, you would hardly see anything positive here. But if you're an entrepreneur, I mean, my life, my situation, there are things that you would have to know. That if you have a great idea that you want to develop that idea into a business, there's no other place to have the period to continue to try and develop the idea, the business, the product, the concept, and be able to go through it to a stage where the business will work. In Africa, almost every area is open for business. Every area, whether it's IT, whether it's agro processing, whether it's the construction, the real estate area, whether it's financing small businesses or building a bank or building major technology company, anything that you see anywhere in the world. If you have the expertise, if you have the technical know-how, if you have the strength to build a business, you would want to consider Africa. And I'm talking to Africans, not just in on the continent, but Africans around the world. All the negatives that have scared a lot of our people, and not only the negative, we have also been told that business is very difficult, is risky, and that's why the people who control the wealth of this world, don't forget that majority of the people who control the wealth of this world own businesses, and they own huge investments, mainly in businesses around the world. Don't forget that in mining, in the financial sector, in IT companies, go and look at the so-called billionaire list and look at what they do. How many of them are just people who are kings and queens? Most of them, the wealth was smuggled, if you want, in instruments that they call businesses and investments. Real estate, properties. And so if you are going to change the dynamics of our country, we would want a whole generation of Africans who will see entrepreneurship as the way to change the dynamics and to change the narratives of our continent. For instance, the media is huge. So if you're an African youth and you stay on the continent, know that you are blessed to have this kind of opportunity. Now, I understand there are a lot of things that block your head. Therefore, you will say that it doesn't worth it at all. But you have to live in this life knowing that you have to have a bigger vision than you looking for a place to sleep, what to eat, and what to eat. Sleep, eat, and drink, and things like that. Life is way bigger than that. And that's why most people give up, because they focus on where to sleep, what to drive, what to wear, so much that by the time and you never get satisfied with those levels. But once you want to do something bigger, build a business, build something, it is Africa that you want to look at. And so don't tell yourself that it's so impossible. Most of us don't know the blessings that we live in. Most of us in Africa don't know the blessings we live in. Most of Africa is what they call diaspora.